Alright, y'all, so welcome. We are at U of A. I shot this same video yesterday. However, I had the whole top of my forehead being cut, so we're just gonna be back with another video today. This is gonna be on empowering new ideas. This is Annie here. Right now I'm currently at U of A. I sell skincare, so I'm out the city in Edmonton, Alberta. If you guys don't know where that is. There's just a black event. There's a black event going on with a few black-owned businesses, food businesses, clothes, investment opportunities, and things to just be a part of, right? So I want to make sure that I'm loud because there's a lot of background noise and music in the back right now, right? But if I'm keeping it a buck, I'm trying not to go about how I feel because I realize that feelings are just a circumstance in the moment. I don't like to say that I'm depressed or I'm stressed or, you know, life isn't what it is for me, or, you know, I don't like to speak things that aren't exactly positive over my life when I know it's just a circumstance. But lately I've been feeling a type of way. Now today's video kind of relates because as I went through my whole day, I just kind of faced a little bit of controversy going on right now, and you know, it's not exactly true. I just feel like I want people to understand me so bad. I want people to understand my vision so bad. I want people to understand and like me for me, but I realize that it's not necessarily F people or screw people, but I'm realizing that I don't need to make myself available to everybody. I don't need to do things for the likes and approval of others, and that's what the last video was about. Now, if I get straight to the point today, a personal friend of mine, a good friend of mine told me, and I'm realizing it more and more in my life, that the loudest person in the room isn't sometimes the most powerful. The quietest person in the room sometimes has a lot more when they walk into the room than somebody who's always telling their goals, their dreams, their aspirations. Can't go out with just listening and being active to others. I've noticed that the person that moves most in silence is the person that actually brings the most within their presence, and that's something I'm trying to shift right now. When I walk into a room, I definitely know that I get that type of attention, but sometimes it's the wrong type of attention. And I want to be able to be that type of person that when people walk in, they can feel comfortable, they can feel at ease, they can feel happy, even without me saying a word, because they know what I carry and I know what I carry within myself. Okay, I'm making this video today because I want to talk about the power of quiet confidence, right? I want to talk about the power of quiet confidence and not making yourself available to everyone, which is extremely important in life. The right people, when you do make yourself available to the right people, you're gonna notice that these are the right people that can shift your life and open doors and opportunities for yourself that you would have never thought could be open, if I'm being honest. Now, quiet confidence isn't something about being arrogant. It's actually the steady belief that you don't need any validation from anyone else. When you're able to achieve things in silence, be able to love the work that you do on your own, not only do you get that intrinsic feeling for yourself that you are awarding yourself, there's a different type of progress that you see in your life when you're not constantly opening yourself to your problems or complaining in life or stressing about what you can't control or comparing yourself to the likes of others. It's good to have a good, strong support circle for yourself, but you're gonna realize that we should watch the things that we say. We should watch the things that we do. It's within our actions that we end up seeing the consequences of our life choices, right? Sometimes for the better and sometimes for the worse, but I want everyone that's watching this video to be able to take something good, to be able to move forward with their lives. Now, I don't need to prove myself in every conversation that I bring because I know what I bring to the table. But sometimes I'll be faulty to my own mindset. I think it's just more excitement, and I think it's just the passion that I have when I talk with people that I'm excited to do the things that I do. But I'm realizing that being less available, especially in this quiet season of my life, in this quiet period of my life, is allowing me to be more grounded. It's allowing me to ask myself the right questions and not just move and be very, very constant in my life without slowing down and reflecting. Is my environment serving my purpose? Is my actions serving my purpose? And am I doing the right things that I need to do to make sure I'm successful? I realized that when you make yourself too available for others, people take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? But moving with the right people that you can share the right vision with, it's gonna lead to purpose-fulfilling team, purpose-fulfilling actions, purpose-fulfilling environment. Now, another thing that I wanna talk about is energy and boundaries, right? Quiet confidence means knowing when to say yes, but also knowing when to say no, right? I feel like lately in life, I've felt so burnt out from trying to help and appeal to the likes of others when they don't even really like me. And I'm okay with that. Whether I've known you for years or whether you just found out about me in general, like, I want to be able to be intentional with my life and who I keep around me. And with the things that I do, I want to be intentional with who I'm helping, who I'm giving my energy to, because you guys need to understand that it's an exchange. It's an exchange in life, the way we go about things. You go to school, right, for an exchange of a degree, an exchange of education, an exchange of experiences. You date for the experience of learning somebody new. You go to work to exchange your time, right, for that exchange. Everything is an exchange. And when you set the right boundaries with knowing what you can and cannot do, one, you're protecting your energy, and two, you're not burning yourself out from the crowds that are meant to seek and drain you. Because a lot of these things in life are meant to seek and drain you. But you guys gotta know how to navigate through your life choices, navigate through your mental, navigate through what is being said to people when you're in those quiet corners or with your close friends. Now, for me, basically, you guys probably saw from the last couple videos that I'm a day trader, right? I day trade, I make money online, and I got into it when I was in 2020, 4 years ago. But really, what really made me make that investment choice, like, to let you guys know, Trudeau gave some stimulus checks a while back. I bought a MacBook Pro. I had $500 to my name. I spent about $300 on education, and honestly, it was the best $300 I've ever spent to this day, because it's taught me a lifelong skill, lifelong partners and friends, and people that 4 years later connected with me to be a part of their launch in Calgary. Now, this is a huge opportunity for me because, one, I was just honored to be a part of it because they knew my drive and effort. They knew my passion about trading and investing, and they knew how I truly, truly love to help people. But more than just help people, I love to see people succeed and win. Now, 4 years later, me meeting my mentors, they've taught me so much game and knowledge on how to navigate not only financial success, but the mental shift to do so. And I feel like the more I'm embracing this culture, the more I am keeping to myself, the more I am not seeking validation, the more clear my picture is getting for myself. And I want to be able to let you guys know that you can do the same too. As purpose-driven men, as this is the purpose blueprint, I want to teach you guys two things. One, there's misalignment in life when you're spreading yourself too thin, trying to please everybody in life who doesn't necessarily support you. And then there's alignment. If you guys don't know what alignment is, it's choosing quality over quantity. Sometimes I feel that having a lot of friends or having a large amount of network of people is exactly what I need, because I'm just that type of guy that needs access to all these materials and people and all these things that I thought I needed, but I really didn't. I'm realizing when you're walking in your purpose within alignment that you're gonna be present with the right people, and the right people are gonna keep you accountable. The right people are gonna tell you something you don't necessarily wanna hear. The right people are gonna help you open doors for yourself. The right people will help you see yourself in a different light, in a way that you should see for yourself. Now, one thing that's been helping me has been reading a little bit, listening to audiobooks about controlling my emotions, bettering myself, and just taking better steps within my routines, building a system for my life. However, journaling has really been a good, crucial part for me to decipher and ask myself the right questions on how I feel. And showing up prepared to do the silent work. I feel like a lot of us like to, my bad, y'all. I feel like a lot of us like to be too excited about our plans that are in motion. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you got some motion in your hands and you are constantly uploading and posting, or you find yourself to be that one person who goes through their Snapchat memories and just starts uploading a lot of their past historical high moments in life, you're not where you need to be. You're not where you need to be focusing on either. Being prepared to do the silent work is where you can truly see the growth for yourself. I'm gonna tell you right now, being a YouTuber, being a content creator, editing, making all this content and doing all this short form stuff is amazing. However, I feel that sometimes when we seek external validation, when we don't know how to protect our own peace of the thoughts in our heads, that we sometimes feel like we've already achieved a certain goal before we've done it. It goes to say for the people in the gym with New Year resolutions or things like that, right? When you start to tell everybody, I'm gonna get in the gym, and you haven't even gotten your nutrition plan, your meal prep, your sleep on time, your daily routine, and when you're gonna rest, those are things that actually build success in terms of a system. You guys need to know how to follow a system, and that's not what this video is about. It's mainly learning how to say less and do more. But But that's what I want to teach you guys about in this video. I'm reframing my confidence right now to being an active listener. At the end of the day, the loudest person in the room isn't always the most smartest, strongest, or powerful. But being more of an active listener, you learn to see how silly some of your friends may be. How maybe you're in a situation where you're talking with somebody new and it's not serving you right for what you actually need in terms of your value. But one thing I'm finding right now is my mindset shift. I'm reframing my confidence from being rooted and not restless. When you stop chasing validation, you become a magnet for respect, and people recognize your energy when you don't have to announce it in the room. That's the type of energy that I want and claim for my success. And if you guys claim that too, let's drop success in the chat. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Now, so I want you guys to know that if you are an extrovert who constantly likes to share things with the people around them and share your success, or you are an introvert who maybe stays too much to themselves, but maybe opens up to too many people in their own circle, I want to let you guys know that being quiet, especially with confidence, doesn't mean hide yourself, hide your talent, hide your spirit from others, right? When you're making yourself available, it doesn't mean be everywhere. It doesn't mean expend your energy everywhere, but it actually means being present in what matters, right? Being present in the situation to listen instead of talking. Being present in the situation to process things on how you feel before doing. Being present on what truly matters. So I challenge you this week, you guys, to not only audit your circle, check your surroundings and environment, who's around you and who's pushing you to be a better version of yourself, and who you should actually be making space for. Were you overly available or were you not? That's something I want to ask you guys, right? So please check your circle around, make the right choices, and really ask yourself, if I wasn't constantly sharing what was on my mind, if I wasn't constantly sharing everything that came to my intrusive thoughts, what would I learn from others? What would I learn from the situations around me? What would I learn from my environment? These are just things that we're gonna learn day by day. It's the purpose blueprint, but I strive for excellence and I want you guys to do the same. Thank you guys for helping me make these videos possible. We're gonna keep going for the rest of the year. We're gonna go hard and we're gonna learn to grow and be better men, be better women in life that not only learn from our mistakes, but change for the better. So thank you guys for sticking around. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys on the next one.